What about the kids? Are they mine?
But I'm still not gonna tell you.
This is Ray Reardon. He's a successful architect, admired by all his friends and colleagues. Right now, he's in court. His wife, Martha, filed for divorce to take half his wealth. Before his lawyer speaks, Ray shocks everyone and agrees to her terms. He gives her half his fortune. No fight. No hesitation. Outside, Martha breaks. She wishes they could stay together. He tells her flatly, he can't live with a woman who cheated on him. She says the next woman he marries will be lucky. The next day, his friends throw him a party. His closest friend, Norman, tries to set him up. Ray refuses. He wants a real marriage. Children. Something stable. He'll find his next wife himself. The following day, Norman asks for a loan, then invites Ray to an art exhibition. Despite Ray's words, Norman sets him up anyway. A girl named Cheryl. At the party, Ray meets her. He isn't impressed. She asks him to take her home. He refuses and walks away. He collides with another woman, spills her drink. Cheryl jumps in, claiming he heard her. The woman assumes Cheryl is his girlfriend. He denies it. She calls him selfish and walks away. Ray snaps at Norman. No more dates. A week later, he sees that woman again. She apologizes. He likes her now. He tells her his name. She tells him hers, Lena. He asks her to dinner. She says yes. At the restaurant, Lena explains her past. She used to work for a sales company. Her boss demanded a relationship. She refused. He fired her, blacklisted her. So she ran from New York to start over. After dinner, Ray takes her home. He asks to come up. She says no. Still, she lingers in his mind. Days pass. He can't stop thinking about her. Norman calls, says no one knows a thing about Lena. It's like she doesn't exist. That night, Ray goes to her building. He sees her with another man. He waits, calls her from the answering machine, tells her he tried to find her number, that he came to see her. She lets him in. Inside, he asks about the man. Just a friend, she says. She confesses she's attracted to him. They spend the night together. Lena reveals her childhood. Her mother used to beat her. Her father never defended her. She ran away. Ray promises to make up for everything she lost. Soon after, they get married. No family from her side. Just two friends. A year later, they have a daughter, Tina. Another year goes by. An anniversary dinner at the same restaurant. A woman named Byro sees Lena, but calls her Stacy. Lena freezes, says it's a mistake. Byro insists they used to be neighbors in Texas. Lena says she's never been to Texas. She's from Ohio. As Ray watches them, doubt creeps in. Days later, Ray comes home. Lena's on the phone. Her voice soft and intimate. She says it's Debbie from the gym, then asks about his new Chinese client, Mora. He says he hasn't signed the contract yet. Ray meets his friend Larry. Admits his marriage now feels routine. Larry shrugs it off. Every marriage does. Later, in Mora's office, Ray meets his secretary, Selena. He learns that she attended the same university as Lena, graduated the same year, but she says she's never heard of Lena. Then mentions something tragic. Their dean, Sam Shaw, died of a heart attack that year. Everyone knew him. Everyone loved him. That night, Ray tells Lena he signed the contract. Mentions Selena, the university, Sam Shaw. Lena says she doesn't know Selena, but remembers Sam Shaw. Says he was her classmate. Ray knows she's lying. The next morning, he searches her bag. He finds a matchbox from the Chanticleer Hotel. She catches him, thinking fast. He lies, says he needs cash. Then asks the question, "Is your real name Stacy?" Lena looks him in the eye. Says no. Says her name is Lena. But Ray has seen enough, and something dark begins to form. Neighborhood. Byro's words echo. She claims Lena was her neighbor. Ray drives there. He shows strangers Lena's photo. Faces change. Suspicion grows. He reaches a man named Buddy. Buddy sees the photo and freezes. That's Stacy, he says. My girlfriend. She left years ago. He says Stacy lived here. Hurt men here. Used them. Ray admits she's his wife. Buddy laughs. You must be rich. Says she always dreamed of marrying rich. Shock washes over Ray's face. Ray asks about her parents. Buddy shows him the house. Ray goes there. Her parents recognize him immediately. Stacy sends them pictures. He takes them to the house. Stacy opens the door. She's startled, but smiles like nothing's wrong. In the kitchen, while she cooks, Ray breaks the illusion. How could you lie to them? Tell them I'm CIA. She claims she had no choice. They kept wanting to visit. To see Tina. He asks about the childhood abuse. Was that a lie too? She admits it. She needed sympathy. She needed him to care. Ray stares at her, horrified. Who are you? I don't know you. She whispers that love should be enough. That night, Ray had observed her parents. They're gentle, warm, nothing like the monsters she described. He asks her why she demonized them. She says she hates poverty. If she stayed, she'd end up like her mother, married to Buddy, trapped in poverty forever. So she ran, 8 years ago, and changed her name. She says she wanted to confess on many occasions, but feared losing him. He tells her the truth would have saved them. The next morning, her parents leave. Stacy begs him. If he divorces her, he must keep sending them money. Ray shocks her. He says he doesn't care who she was. He loves her. He won't leave her. Another year passes. Their second child, Bob, is born. Later out with friends, Norman plays with a camera. Jokes that Bob doesn't look like Ray. Laughter. But something lands heavy. That night, Ray overhears Stacy whispering on the phone. He demands to know who it is. She says, Debbie. Again. 2 days later, on a Wednesday, he asks his secretary to call home. 5 calls. The nanny answers every time. Stacy isn't there. That night at dinner, Ray notices bruises on her leg. She snaps, claims she bumped a chair. He asks where she was. He called home several times. She says she went to see her psychiatrist. Then Debbie. He asks the question no husband should have to ask. What's his name? The man you're sleeping with. Stacy dials Debbie, hands him the phone. Ask her yourself. Ray holds the line. No answer. Silence. Stacy turns it on him, calls him mentally ill. The next day, his regular secretary is not available. Some kind of emergency. An unfamiliar woman sits in her place. Ray recognizes her from the wedding. Stacy introduced her as a friend. She admits she's a temp. Outside the house, Ray confronts Stacy. He brings the temporary secretary with him. Stacy cracks, admits she hired her to pretend, to play a friend. She says she has no respectable friends. Then she drops a bomb. Their meeting wasn't fate. It was planned. The first time she saw him was in New York, 5 years ago. He was still married to Martha. Her friend knew Norman, got information, fed Stacy every detail. She says she studied Ray. His likes, his dislikes. The perfect woman he dreamed of. She built that woman, played the role, and bagged him. She begs him. If he loves her, he will forgive her. The next day, Ray tells Larry everything. Larry says love requires forgiveness. A fresh start. Ray wants to believe him, but the lies are just one too many. Days later, Ray is at work. A bank statement arrives. Withdrawals made from his card. Last Wednesday, a large sum. From the Chanticleer Hotel. He asks his secretary to call Stacy. The nanny answers, "She isn't home." Ray asks what day it is. "Wednesday," she says. He orders her to call the Chanticleer Hotel. They confirm Stacy was there, but left about an hour ago. Ray goes home. He sends the nanny and children away. Ray confronts Lena with the truth. She doesn't deny it. She looks him in the eyes and says, "Yes, I'm cheating on you." He asks who. She smirks. "Ask Debbie." Debbie, the imaginary friend she used to call on the phone. His anger rises. "Who are you cheating with?" She answers like a knife twisting. "The person closest to you. I've been with him all along." Ray's world cracks. Are the children mine or his? Silence. Then the final blow. "I'm not gonna tell you." He slaps her once and leaves the house. Broken. He wanders the streets. No destination. Just pain. Then he remembers Norman plays golf every Wednesday. When he returns home, the house is ransacked. Furniture shattered. And waiting for him, Dr. Stein. Ray demands answers. Stein claims Lena called during a breakdown. Claims Ray is a danger to her. He must be admitted for psychiatric evaluation. 72 hours under watch. Ray loses control. Stein calls the officer on standby. They arrest Ray in his own home. Then Stacy appears. Bruises on her face. Around her eyes. Ray freezes as the officer drags him away. At the hospital, Ray calls his lawyer. Begs for bail. Any cost. He needs out. 2 days later, Stacy visits. They walk the garden, Nurse Oscar following behind. She paid him to protect her. Ray asks if she's afraid. She reminds him Oscar is there to intervene. She mentions the hearing on Friday. Then quietly, "No matter what happened, I love you," she says. Ray calls her insane and walks away. Friday arrives. In the hearing, Ray versus everyone. Stein testifies Stacy has come to him for years, always with bruises. Norman denies the affair. A woman claiming to be Debbie confirms every detail. Ray loses it. Nurses restrain him. That night, Ray calls Elaine, Larry's wife. He tells her his new suspicion. Stacy and Larry conspired to take his money and flee to New Zealand. Elaine reluctantly believes him. She too suspected her husband of having an affair. He asks her to be his lawyer, to help execute his plan. Later, Elaine calls Stacy. Tells her Ray mumbled something under sedation. Stacy made a mistake that will bring her the worst of evils. The next day, Stacy visits Ray again, determined to rectify any mistakes. They walk the garden. Oscar close behind. Then chaos. Ray's roommate, acting on his instructions, attacks him, tries to escape. Oscar sprints after the man. Suddenly, Ray and Stacy are alone. Ray tells her the truth. Her mistake was painting him as insane, proving to everyone he isn't responsible for his actions. He wraps his arms around her neck. "I'll kill you, and I won't spend a single day in prison. You proved I'm insane. At most, they'll treat me. Then I'll walk free." He tightens his grip. She gasps, struggles, falls still. Stacy dies in his arms. Ray just watches. In the end, Stacy's plan became her undoing. She weaponized madness and handed the blade to a man willing to use it. No matter how clever and vicious you think you are, someone is always smarter, darker, willing to go further. And Ray? He went all the way. Thank you for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you were captivated by the story, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite thrillers.